Welcome to Sumita Roy's English Classroom. I'm Professor Sumita Roy. Today we have a video where you will get the answers for the practice test of the advanced level. This is advanced level practice test 1. Here are the answers. If you haven't worked out the practice test, please go back to that video and first work out the answers. Only then you should come to this video so that you can check your answers. Unless you do the tests, unless you evaluate yourself, your English does not improve. The advanced test is based on the 2 videos of collocation which we already had. Like the first, that is the beginner's test, was based on sentence formation, simple sentences. The mid-level test was on testing your knowledge of nouns. Do you know which are the nouns in the sentence and what those nouns do? This is a test of collocation because however well you learn English, unless your collocation is right, it doesn't sound like English. Very often, you will find in the test which I gave you that both the words look similar in meaning. You feel that, okay, either of the two can fit. But as far as collocation is concerned, it is not so. You will find that one of the words is the only one that fits. The other one does not fit at all. Collocation comes when you listen to good English or when you read good English repeatedly the same thing. Somebody put in the comment box that the videos should be shorter in length because people lose interest. I would be very sorry if anybody who wants to learn English loses interest in 15-20 minutes. Your concentration, your ability to focus on one thing, that is English here, should be for longer than 15 minutes. Human brain is capable of endless possibilities. So please don't think of videos of 20 minutes. You watch the video for 15-20 minutes, stop it, remember where you have stopped, and watch it later once more. You don't have to learn like parrots. You have to learn like human beings. Human intelligence, even today, in spite of so much technology, it is human intelligence that is on top. So don't let that intelligence go waste. Don't become like parrots while you're learning English by just learning something. There are endless number of videos where they give you quick English. That quick English comes quickly and goes away quickly. It does not give you any knowledge. It just gives you a momentary capability and a skill which is lost immediately. The English classroom which I'm giving you in this channel is a complete course in learning English for which you need a lot of patience, a lot of time. Unless you have it, the channel is not going to benefit you. If you have that, if you can spare your time, your energy, your effort, then the channel will be very useful. Now let us go to the answers of the 50 collocation sentences which I have given in this test. 2 words are there in each of the sentences. You will ask to choose any one of them. Now, if you have the answers, please check which of your answers are right. If you have got all the answers right, that's wonderful. Your collocation is good. If you haven't got all the answers right, then please do the test again. The number of times you do the test without reference to the answers and look at the answers afresh, your collocation improves. As you can understand, I cannot teach you individually because there are millions of you learners of English. So Please be your own teacher, be your own, be a learner also, and always try to evaluate whether you're learning anything or you're just watching the videos and learning nothing. In which case, you have to put it in the comment box. Here also in the advanced level comment box, I expected y'all to ask some questions. You didn't. Now, in the answers video, I'm expecting your comments as to how many people found this difficult, how many of you found it simple, whether you benefited from this test, and how many of you got all the answers right. In the beginners video, one person said that he or she has got 100% right. That's wonderful. But what about the remaining hundreds who've taken the test, who've seen the answers video? No comment from them. So don't be silent. The more you write in the comment box, the better your English becomes. So every day, try to watch a video and write some comment in the comment box. Here are the first set of sentences. I have highlighted the correct answer, which is all what I'm going to read. I'm not going to take a very long time with this video. I'm just going to read them. Everyone came to hear the lecture. Now, if we use listen, it can be listen also, but listen would require a, a preposition to add lecture. We cannot add to listen. We cannot say everyone came to listen the lecture. This mistake is made so often that I had to give that as the first sentence. Listen to and hear have the same meaning, but in collocation in this sentence, here is correct because no preposition is there at all. The new entrant will not get salary for the period of absence from duty. Period and time seem the same. Many of the words are synonyms of each other, but collocation wise, period is right and time is not. No one can accept the responsibility for your lost luggage. Agree is accept, agree might be synonyms in certain cases. Similar, it is not so here. The parking area can easily accommodate hundreds of cars. No confusion here. The task was comfortably accomplished. Again, no confusion here. The rapid accumulation of ideas helped the team to complete the project. Prompt and rapid might be similar in certain contexts. Here it is not. Rapid accumulation is what we require. The leader was forced to admit his mistake. Forced and volunteered can be 2 points. Suppose you say volunteered, then you have to say the leader volunteered to admit his mistake, not was volunteered. That form is not possible. The law has not yet been officially adopted. Authoritatively, officially, sometimes synonymous, but not here. The publisher paid the author advance royalty, not early, but advance. Mother's care of the child has a clear advantage over hired child care. Here, no confusion. Pure cannot be there, only clear is possible. Here are the second set of sentences. Many chefs strongly advocate healthy eating. Now, tough and strong might be synonyms somewhere, but here collocation is strong. The patient was badly afflicted with a skin allergy. Afflicted goes with the allergy or with other, diseases, etc. Distressed is a more general word. Only the rich can afford to pay these exorbitant rates. Many words are difficult. Now, I've been telling you in your comment box, write down the difficult words which you find you can't use or make sentences with them. Or ask me and I will give you in the vocabulary section meanings to the words which you find difficult. Then we will have meaning and usage there. Are you afraid of your boss's temper? Here the collocation is the preposition. I gave you those examples also in the collocation video. Look at video number 2 of collocation. You will find how prepositions are used. The accident caused the people acute agitation, not dire, but acute. The old man was mentally alert even at 90. No confusion here. Alert is the right collocation. The sisters are remarkably alike, not same but alike, in appearance and behavior. The miscreant was given conditional bail by the judge. Bail is always conditional, not uncertain. Fishermen use worms as bait to catch fish. So the word attract, catch, all these are possible, but worms as attraction, not possible. There is a blanket ban on advertising cigarettes. Blanket here is not the blanket we cover ourselves with, but a complete. The word blanket here implies complete. Here are the next set of sentences. Some of the items sold here can be got for a real bargain. Now, false bargain we never have. That collocation is not there. Even if the meaning is, then you say no bargain. Then you say that they are expensive. The bark of this tree has medicinal value. Bark and peel sometimes synonymous, but not here. The correct collocation is bark. The crowd broke the barrier to approach the president's car. Now, broke and tore, Tear is something which you make into smaller pieces. Break is something also you make into smaller pieces. But the action is different in both cases. If you say paper, we say tear. If we say, wall, we say break, or building, we say break. You have a glass, you have a tumbler or a jug, you say break. Whereas you have clothes or you have a tablecloth, you say tear. The woman was coming on her bicycle with a basket of flowers. No confusion here. The two armies fought a fierce battle. Collocation with battle is fierce and not brutal. The princess was one of the greatest beauties of her time. Greatest and best are both, degrees of comparison. We shall have a video on that also. But here, best beauties we cannot say because the degree is such that you need to use greatest. How you live life depends on your personal beliefs. Individual personal might be synonymous, but here the collocation is personal. You understand that collocation is very often got by your ear. It is not necessarily got by learning the rules. The more you listen, the more your English, your exposure to the language is more, you find that the collocations come naturally. Like in your mother tongue. You didn't have to learn collocation in your mother tongue. It is natural that you associate words with each other. The policy will benefit many rural people is the next one. Advantage and benefit might be synonymous, but here benefit is collocating. The child looked a bit confused, not small amount, but bit. The garden has some rare blooms, not blossoms, it doesn't collocate, only blooms collocates. We come to the next set of questions. The factory has enormous capability of production of good quality. So enormous collocates now here with capability of production, not giant. The police have been holding them captive for some days, not taking. Taking is a totally different word. Holding is a different verb. The picture captures the scenery beautifully. Captures might be synonymous, but here the collocation is captures. He left home to take up a job in another place. Suppose you want to use earn, you have to change the sentence. He left home to earn a living in another place, not take up a job, but earn a living. Earn a living and take up a job would mean similar things, but that collocates separately, this collocates separately. Many of the candidates belong to a special category. Here there is no confusion. This movie has not been censored. Here also no confusion. The building is insured against fire. Now, insured looks similar, so many people make the mistake. Insured is, you give some money, and if some accident happens, you get some compensation. whereas ensure is to guarantee. There is no guarantee. That usage is not here. The doctors gave him a fair chance of survival. The word gifted might be the same, similar in meaning, but does not collocate. A gold chain was gifted. Now I've used the same two verbs here also, but here gifted collocates. The gold chain was gifted to the superannuating employee. Then you have the expenditure will be charged against the profits this year. Very often this is made, people make mistake in this collocation. Charged against, that is the collocation, not charged from. So money is taken from the profits and put into the expenditure column. That is charged against, not charged from. People who are doing commerce or who are working in banks, etc., business, they will know this concept, and they have to use the correct collocation when they are using language in their professional capacity. That is why now we come to the last set of the sentences. I hope you've been checking your answers to see which of them you got correct. Don't be disappointed if you have many mistakes. If you have many mistakes, do it many times. If you have few mistakes, do it few times. If you have no mistakes, then your collocation is good. You can go ahead and learn more and more collocations. Remove your wet clothes before you catch a cold. Then fasten your seat belt as soon as you get into the car. The person was driving a bright red car. Now we cannot say light red because red is a dark color. It's not a light red, light color. So the color is very light, like you have the color light green, light blue, all those. But red itself is dark color. The lighter color is called pink. So you cannot say light red. You have to either say pink or you have to say bright red. You can scroll down the document till you find the right place. Now, scroll down is what we use every day in our computer language, so there should be no confusion. The weather situation cannot be used. The weather condition looks quite unfavorable for the event. Condition, situation might be synonymous, but here collocation is condition. The musical program is this coming Sunday, not this next Sunday, but this coming Sunday. If you remove the word this, then you need not use coming. You can say the musical program is next Sunday. That next Sunday is fine. But the moment this is used, then you say this coming Sunday. See how you might be making these mistakes, and your collocation is where the mistake is. Now you can correct those mistakes. That is where it is important for us to work on these collocations very much, because at the advanced level you want your English to sound like English. You don't want survival English, which means you just say I come, you go, that kind of thing. I food, that kind of thing is not correct. What we are learning in this English classroom videos is a good English which is useful for your professional life, which is useful for your personal life, but it needs a lot of hard work. You can't do it easily. The committee found it difficult to decide between the two options, not resolve, because resolve will not take between. The moment between has come, you have to say decide between. Otherwise, you have to say the committee found it difficult to resolve the two options. There is no between there. One assistant is openly defying the officer. Here, there is no confusion at all, openly. We were depressed when we heard the sad story. Sad story cannot be seen, because I told you that certain things like emotions are not visible. So here it is not seeing the story, unless it is said that, sad movie or sad program or sad incident, then you can see, but otherwise you hear. The land is devoid of fertile patches. Again, this is the use of prepositions in collocation. That is also there in collocation video number 2. Collocation video number 1, which all of you have seen, many more have seen, is only, the right one and the wrong one. That is very mechanical. But you want to learn what is the foundation. And that is where I find that most of you are looking for some quick fix English. Now, if you're looking for quick fix English, I can give you 100 videos on that. But that will not benefit you at all. There's a saying that if you give somebody a fish, they eat for one day. But if you give them the method of fishing, then they can eat lifelong. So if you want your English to serve you lifelong, please do it in a manner which the videos are telling you. If you only want to eat fish for one day, like the story I told you, then of course you can just learn some quick fix English. You do the exam, you do something to go, to another country where English is important, or to another job in India where English is important. And then once you start working, you start struggling. You won't believe the amount of mails I get from people who are already in the mid-level, managerial level, who are in high positions, who are, starting from advocates and doctors and engineers, everybody writing, saying that we have reached a level in our career, but we cannot go forward because of our English. Hearing all those stories, I thought I should give you at three levels. Those who are at the basic level, look at the basic videos. Those who are at the advanced level, start from the basic videos and see everything. Because sometimes you might have missed out the basics. So that whole will remain in your learning. That is why I'm periodically giving you the tests. I got from Visharup Das that the tests are helpful. I'm very happy that he has mentioned it. He himself is a senior faculty member in a college, and he realizes how important this is. All of you will also realize when you sit back and think that, do I want to learn English for only one day or 2 days or one, situation that is my interview, or do I really want good English to survive for the rest of my life, to come up? Because success today spells your use of the language. How well you use the language gives you the kind of success you need. Therefore, please do these exercises. Please watch the videos. Watch them repeatedly if you have problems. Please share with all others who want, because every day if I get a mail, then it's very difficult for me to reply to those mails and say, please watch the English classroom. If all of you start sharing, then I think that will help me a lot. I'm trying to help you. In return, all of you can help me by spreading the word widely. Whoever in your circle wants to learn English, they can try out these videos and see if they are learning. If they are not learning, they must immediately tell me why and what they are not learning. I will help all of you. Thank you and all the best.